Alright, what's up guys? Jerry Campese here. We are back in Bay Clubs in Goleta, Santa Barbara, California for another installment of this little mini YouTube series that I'm doing on the push-pull leg split. Today is going to be pull day, which is back and biceps, one of my favorite days. So let's get started. So the first exercise we're going to start out with today is deadlift. If you're not doing deadlifts, you're missing out on one of the best exercises in the weight room, hands down. There's no other exercise you're going to be able to pick up 300, 400, 500, 600 pounds. There's no other way to duplicate what the deadlift does for your entire body growth, including your back. So that's what we're going to start with, starting light with some warm-up sets and then moving up into heavy sets. There's different ways you can do it, conventional or sumo. I do something kind of in between. That's what feels best for my body. Whatever works for you, whatever feels best for you, do that. So I'll just show you a warm-up set. So with deadlifts, I just keep adding weight, 135, 225, 315, 395, 405, and I just keep working up and trying to do just like maybe like 10 with the lower weights, then 5 with the weights, working up to my working sets. I consider this probably one of my working sets, and basically you want to go as heavy as you possibly can with as good as form as possible. Whatever it happens to be on that day, that's what I do. So let's go. My back's a little bit sore from squatting this week, so we'll see what I work up to, but here we go. Deadlifts are one of the few exercises, pretty much deadlifts and squats, that I say take as much rest as you need in between, because this is where you want to put the bulk of your energy into these compound movements. This is what's going to cause you to build muscle, build strength, release that testosterone, and it's going to help you get stronger. So I stay in the lower rep ranges, 2 to 5 range for these. I'm going to hit a double. I just worked up to 405. Try to hit a double for you guys today, and let's go. So with my back training, what I like to do is alternate between a pull down and a row. In general, pulling down motions are going to help give you the width, and then rowing stuff is going to help you with the thickness. So since we just hit a little bit of our lower back, give our lower back a break and come to pull downs, we're going to do wide grip and some close grip pull downs. So here we go. When it comes to back training, guys, I see way too many people in the gym using too much weight and not actually hitting the muscles that they're supposed to be targeting. If you can't, in general, this is a general rule of thumb, if you're doing any type of back movement, whether it's a pull down or a row or anything, if you can't pause for just a half second at the top of the movement and hold the weight and control it, then it's probably too much weight and you want to back it down a little bit. So that's just something in general with back training. Make sure it's weight you can control and slow down the reps a little bit. Connect with the muscles back there. So moving on, we did 2 sets of the wide grip. Now we're going to do 2 sets of the close grip. We're going to make sure that we're getting a stretch all the way up, getting a full stretch in the lat, and then we contract and pull all the way down, sticking our chest up a little bit to get a good squeeze. So the next movement we're going to is a T-bar row. And if you don't have a machine in your gym that's supported, I personally think you should always do it unsupported if possible. So if you have a corner, just grab a bar, jam that shit in there, put some weight on it. You can use, I've seen people use 25s, 35s, 45s, whatever you want to do. I like these 45s because they're padded, so when it hits your chest, it doesn't hurt. And then you just want to grab a bar, whatever handle you want. The closer the handle, usually the more inner back it'll hit. But in general, it's still going to be working your entire back. Everywhere from your traps all the way down to your lower lats. T-bar rows is a man exercise, one of my all-time favorites. Absolutely amazing. And I see a lot of people screwing up the form on these. You really want to stay as parallel as possible. And then as the weight gets heavier, it's okay if you come up to about 45-degree angle. Anything more than 45, you're just working traps. So I see people throwing weight around with like all this weight on there. They're not even hitting their back. So don't be stupid. Train it correctly and get serious gains. Here we go. To my heavy sets, and like I said about the form stuff, as long as your form is good a majority of the time, as you get to heavier sets, it is going to start to cheat a little bit. That's okay, as long as the majority of your form is good. So here we go. So last back movement we're going to do today is a seated cable row. This is another one where I see people really confused about the form and what they're doing on here. In general, everything works. If you want to stretch all the way down and pull all the way up, or just stay straight up and pull from here, it's all good. I personally like to get a good stretch in the lat, so I let it come all the way down before I pull it all the way up. The only thing I would say to be careful of is don't lean too far back, because the farther back you lean, the more it's going to hit your traps instead of your lats and your middle back and all that kind of stuff. So it all works. I do it all. Here you go. So the great thing about doing back and biceps together is after all those back movements, the whole time you're pulling, doing all that pulling, you're getting a good exercise workout in your bicep. So my biceps already have a great pump in them. So all we need is a couple exercises to finish them off, similar to triceps if you watch my push day workout. So start off with the big movement for biceps, the standing barbell curl. I like to use the easy bar because it's a little bit easier on my wrists and my actual bicep tendon. So this is what we're going to do. 3 sets, 10 to 12 reps. So with the easy bar, a couple sets of wide grip and then a couple sets inside grip. And I want to show you where I actually grip the bar. You want to grip it right here at the peak. You don't want to be here. Out here I guess you could do, but I like to grip it right there. That's what feels best on my hand. So that when you go to inside grip, then you're gripping in here on this grip right there. Okay? So that's what we're doing. Inner grip right here. Just to hit it from another angle. That's what she said. and control the movement. Use your biceps. So next exercise is just going to be a hammer curl, but instead of hitting it here like this, we're actually going to bring it across and hit it here. And this is going to work the brachial, that muscle that's in between there. My pops always ask me about that, hammer curls. What that'll do too is give you a little bit more thickness to your arm, make them look a little juicy. So here we go. Keep your elbows in the same place, pull up and squeeze at the top. Just like that. So the last exercise we're going to do to finish off the bicep is a standing isolation curl with the cables, and it's going to help work on that peak, finish them off, make them look nice and juicy. So here we go. I like to do them one at a time. Keep that elbow in the same place. Concentrate on that arm right there. That's why it's called a concentration curl. And the last thing I like to do on my back and bicep day is finish off on some pull-ups. Pretty brutal, I know, but that's what I like to do. Some wide grip and some close grip. It's gonna hit everything we trained today, the back, the bicep, and just finish it off. So here we go. So there you go, guys. That's a pull day, back and biceps done. A very efficient way to train your back and biceps since you're working them both together the whole time you're training them, and you can train them twice in a week. So if it's a weakness like me, you can help grow that body part. So if you guys like this video, the whole entire workout will be in the description below if you want to follow along. Leg day will be coming next, and then I'll show you guys an ab routine that you can throw in there along with it. So if you like this video, be sure to like the video, subscribe. Thank you, Christina, for filming. I'll show you a quick back posing update. I hate the way my back looks, but I'm working to bring it up, so I'll show you guys what it looks like.
It's crazy sometimes thinking you can own a piece of the world. It's just floating through empty space.
That's pull day, back, biceps.
Okay, we said one take. Your
I forgot what I was gonna say.